We're back to ultimate driving out here since I'm on rank 113 and against for a little bit for 2 stars. Totally 2,075 miles driven and in the ways of 334,000 credits in cash. So as you might be able to see this, that I just literally got for the Acura sedan. It's not a Chevrolet like this thing is. Anyways, we probably didn't have some any things because most likely it's gonna be doing for the interstate sprint as anyways. I'll be driving off this vehicle later and after this race because as you may see, for anything is gonna be well. So looks like it's off to 2 now and probably something isn't going to be as well. And before we're gonna be having for a lot of players to join as well. And maybe I should be gonna be taking for about for this most likely later on. But it's been for many of this 1 decade. If it just respawned the car, as you can see, it is a front wheel drive as the Acura sedan as well. You'll be seeing the controls either. That is absolutely for more space as well. This as absolutely for the updated versions of this thing because the last thing that we never saw was the first part. If you're just gonna be actually deleting of this vehicle, that disables the UI updates. As according to the UI updates about here, if I just gonna be click to spawn vehicles, that is you can see the customized vehicle itself for more like this thing. So, but as you can see, for the performance upgrades is gonna be the part 2. The paint itself and the secondary color is gonna be literally purple as well. So we cannot able to get around here to go back as well. Now looks like we're gonna be making sure that I'm gonna be using the SSC Ultimate Aero and that we just eventually to do this. You might able to quick customize the vehicle itself if you're just gonna be doing for like we said. It absolutely enables that you teleport into the garage himself. But it's absolutely to do this whatsoever. If I upgraded of this 300 miles per hour version, I would rather to say it must be to turn on the lights on. If you're just gonna be saying view more, that will lead to your garage as we possibly need it indeed as well. Now I have officially might able to upgrade the Toyota Prius and change the tires of all because all of a sudden it's not very good of top speed as well. When the part 2 comes, no, I shouldn't able to get around here for many more reasons. So I would be recently that I just gonna be making changes. The engine upgrades will be the Stage X, which is 156 miles per hour. That I just completely upgrades into the Stage X, so I'll be purchasing immediately. Now, good thing it is, I just officially upgrade up this vehicle, and not the tires before. It's literally gonna be making itself for a various top speed. Let's see the test immediately it was. Now the 5th gear is literally 156 miles per hour. So now as you may see, it because of the gear ratios hits to 94 92 miles per hour and I might be able to speed all the way to 5th gear. That might exactly how leads to a long gears of the Group C reference, and that doesn't mean that who somebody still, and I really don't think it must be with the SSC Ultimate Aero. We're gonna be making towards into the race, into the cross country. Now I never gonna be able to get seeing for this thing as well, so I'm never gonna be using for some kind of for the cross country again. Let's just lead it out of here, and before that doesn't gonna be literally for many more of these people. So what are the Indonesians have just joined? This is the United States of this server, and most importantly, who does deserves to get any bounties as possible. So most likely we guess it's gonna be making sure that how many suspects we got anything for. What about this isn't gonna be me to do so. the ultimate driving means. It stands for United States. But I don't like any of these Asians before. The British view is never able to be solved. And I really means to make things itself. I cannot believe that I won't be able to join for any more players, and because of that UI update has been enabled to do so. You can still join any jobs as even to do. What is gonna be pleased that no matters. This is where you pay off your bounty, and we probably to say that the prisoners cannot able to open up some bounties. If I just get some kind of a little bit of one thing of a prison card, which means I have completely turned so wanted that I just recently deduced. Let's get back into the dealership, and we cannot able to buy for some more vehicles itself. Unlikely it's gonna be ways more itself without joining any more of these races. After the race, that automatically turns the chat filter on, which is slightly very annoying as well. So as you can see for the Chevy Camaro, that turns out it looks like the MP412C tires is a little bit for just, I'm just going for all the way into the interstate sprint. Without further ado, I should be able to get around for this one time for the interstate sprint. So the good thing is, I'll be see you in the morning. If before that is just trying to say the next morning as well. But just kidding. So let's going to be raced with other kinds somewhere else to do. Let's get right here to downtown Dash and see other people is going to be joined for. But going for even for the races isn't going to be very good. It's a casual of scam, and would likely to do anyways. I'm probably we're gonna be wanted to share you guys, even we're going off the stage as well. Now I'm pretty wanted to choose anything that I just literally want. I just officially upgraded into, for one thing, as I wanted to say, we're going to battle against one evil man around here. So it's time to keep things going, and the morning has just pretty shining for this upro all the way. So let's just try to get all the way to the pace 3. And what I just don't have any matters to do so. Oh no, this update causes the steering wheel isn't going to be so right. It goes on for the shift locked as well, so I'm not gonna be able to do whatever I try to do as anyways. But looks like, unfortunately, if you're just gonna be hit the brakes and turn, that's slightly going all the way up for the handling situations as anything as possible. 193 miles per hour that I just eventually fuel the upgrade of my vehicle. So because of this one step that I just completely upgraded of my vehicle, which is equally to get around here for more faster than I ever imagined. And I just slightly make myself for getting a little bit worse. And something is going to be gaining all the way up here. And the acceleration is so fast, plus the horsepower. And then 277 miles driven. Looks like we cannot able to buy for many cars to go. But unfortunately, nobody it was, but somebody who got the DNF as well. Now, let's just continue off the drive. As anyways, we cannot able to go for race competitions are just literally a scam as well. So, nothing is going to be worried about. And many more people is literally going to be to do this. I'm going to be a police officer when I just going to be trying to do. Now, let's just get all the way to Black Road Blitz as well. So, not doing for just an expert. Now, the next race is going to be at the Beach Bash against for the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9. Now, I'm going to make things sure. Let's just going to be trying to battle against literally him. So that upgrade Chevy Camaro that I just completely, we're gonna be fighting it against one thing that I just put out to stage X as well. The next battle is I'm gonna be making sure we're gonna be making towards one thing to do is I'm going for a manual transmission, and we're going without going for an overpower slides. I think my car for the first time is literally overpowered, and right behind is the turkey himself. Oh dear. And looks like he's been catching up anyways. Let's go back to automatic transmission. Now the Lancer Evolution X is gonna be taking all the way from my pole position, so I'm still gonna be keeping myself in control. And I made myself out of control. And looks like the Lancer Evolution X has been taking pole position. Now it looks like it's gonna be a big battle, and again for my worst mistakes, and I have so overpowered up this vehicle. The vehicle suspension isn't going to be good, and I'm not very good to do so. And it feels like it's gonna be over 1 minute to do so. It feels devastating, and so defecated around here for many more of these things. Let's try a way for this one. He has been DNF for at once, but looks like I cannot believe this is gonna be for some kind of greatest day of my life. But looks like the acceleration isn't going to be for smoother. It was literally gonna be a cause of accident as well. I'll be putting on the race tire it was, but looks like it's gonna be 2080 miles driven. Now we're gonna be completely gonna be reaching stretch ourselves for 1 mile straight off, and it made itself feels a lot more worse. In the map for the 0 to 60, I'm going for the area strip drag race, and we're not gonna be seeing for the 0 to 60 as well. So looks like I'm probably for waiting for any more and again for other drivers to do so. We need for any of the 2 drivers as well before we're gonna be end of this video out. I mean, never mind, I just completely turning off the engine down. So let's disable anything that's gonna be re-enabled back. So I have to turn off the chat filter immediately, and there is the bonus level, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything it was. So 0 to 60, and we're blasting all the way throughout for 193 miles per hour, and the suspension, it's bouncing off a little bit for this time, and well, might never able to see for this some kind of a one majority thing as well. So because of this, a bouncing thing is literally going to be going to bounce all the way off 280 miles driven. So finally, that was all for a 5 miles whatever we do. Thanks for watching, and before I just gonna lead to the end of this video. So the Chevy upgraded Camaro for 1,000 horsepower versus anything goes. I'm nothing without further ado to say that I just completely upgraded for the Camaro. It takes anything it was. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and click the bell. So thanks for watching, and I won't be able to surprise for itself or anything. So anyways.